Beloved, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Penny Radio 1 Penny GH. Wherever you're doing the watching, wherever you're doing the listening, it is yet another beautiful morning. Today is a Wednesday, and you know how we do it every Wednesday. It is midweek. All right. So wherever you are, if you can hear us, if you can hear my voice, it is time. Random Thought with Magazine, and it is the midweek edition. So beloved, let's get talking. Okay, let's get talking. You can join us if you listening to us on radio. We also live on YouTube, Penny GH. So wherever you are, kindly join us. Okay. All right. So Maxine is here in the studio, and we are ready for this morning's program. I don't know about you, wherever you are. If you're ready, let us know, okay? All right, so Maxine, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We are connected. It's Wednesday. You know how we do it. On Wednesday, Charlie Kasabibri.
All right, so it's Wednesday again, and you're welcome to Penny Radio and Penny GH. It is Random Thought with Maxine, and today no, I'll not tell you.
Don't say.
So Maxine, how was the birthday party?
Happy birthday to me yesterday. Happy birthday to me and my sister. Yesterday was my birthday. It was. You see, he said he will say it. No, he has spoiled the scene. So yesterday was my birthday. It was nice. I enjoyed myself. I thank God. Penny GH, thank you so much for that beautiful card. I saw it, and thank you for the warm wishes. Everyone, all our friends on Facebook. For Maxima and myself, we said God bless you.
All right. So you've heard it from the birthday lady herself. Yesterday happens to be her birthday, okay? And we want to use this opportunity to wish her belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yesterday we made a lot of noise, okay, about this birthday. I said,
hey, and I didn't
and I said, at this time, no, looking at this time, I'm sure the party is still.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the extension of that
Okay.
So we here this morning. All right, so what are we talking about this morning?
So to all my listeners, if you are tuned in, do you remember the topic that we treated on Monday? Okay. I'm like, okay, why don't we finish it up on Wednesday? So we are going to do another side to wedding. So on Monday, if you can recall, we spoke on the whole idea of who you should invite for a wedding. What are the things to consider? Why people do not behave well, why Christians forget to think that they are Christians once they are in the space called a wedding reception or a chapel, and we want to behave and we will not want to, let that whole idea of being Christ-like be represented as worthy. So this morning, I will walk you down the journey of another aspect of everyone's big day, which we call the wedding. So you know what it is like. People say that, everything must go smoothly as planned. There is nothing like you can have a perfect wedding. From decor to your gown to reception venue to even what you eat and to the type of songs or music that you want to play should be on point. And these are the things people consider. So while others will be interested in the location for the venue so that people can easily commute there, some other person too will be interested in what they are going to serve. So it depends on the individual and what you want. But there is an aspect of the wedding that has taken a lot of our interest, even as people who participate in wedding, and it's about the photographs. And people will say, I want the memories, and people will pay any amount just to get perfect pictures. But there's an aspect of the photography that people usually are so much into, and it's the bridal party. So once there's a nice lineup of 6 beautiful ladies as against 6 handsome, I nearly said beautiful, 6 handsome young men, then it makes your bridal team a nice one, and the photographs are going to be exceptional. Do you believe in having a bridal team? What is your idea? What goes into the selection of who becomes part of your bridesmaid or your groomsmen? I have been bridesmaid stroke maid of honor for close to like 8 or 9 times. And the experience for every couple is easy and difficult and annoying and shocking. And this morning I'd want to share my journey of being bridesmaid or maid of honor close to like 10 times. There is a miss, people say it, and so that's the reason why I have stopped being bridesmaid and maid of honor for people. They say it, but that's on a lighter side. That the more you take the slot of being bridesmaid or maid of honor, you don't get married early. Hey, if you are listening and you have heard that one, please let me know. But on a normal day, when somebody decides to choose you as their maid of honor or bridesmaid, for me, I think that is an honor, and secondly, a lot of thought has gone into it. So if you are listening to me right now and once upon a time you have been a bridesmaid or a maid of honor, for me it is an opportunity. The person kind of like values you. The person kind of like knows that this is the right person that I will need to be behind me when I'm getting married. So for all that 7 or 8 times I have been bridesmaid, the experiences have been different, because different brides, different grooms, and different circles of other bridesmaids you get to meet. Now the first worrying trend is that a lot of people are concerned about the uniformity, how the pictures will look, and I think they have not taken consideration of why they choose the people they do. For some bridesmaids, it's all about the pictures. It's all about beautification. It's all about the nice dress. It's all about retrending. But I want to ask all brides in the past, potential brides, what will be your reason for choosing somebody to be part of your bridal party? Why would you want to settle for that particular lady as a choice for your maid of honor? Did you invest prayer into it? Is it that you are beautiful than the person? I hear that the bridesmaid or maid of honor cannot be nicer than the bride, which for me I think is a lame reason to attach to selecting a maid of honor for your wedding. But this morning, the whole bridesmaid experience for me is sometimes ridiculous. The investment we make, even in the choice for what we are going to wear, is outrageously expensive. Sometimes we want to offset some of the financial burdens on the couple. So as bridesmaids, the prudent thing to do is to kind of like help your bride by also contributing your quota. So some people will be like, okay, I want to take care of our own dress, I want to take care of our shoes and hair. That is the way we want to support the wedding with. But have you ever taken a slot of a bridesmaid? Now we know who that. You know that this is not what you bargained for. So an example like that. So the lady approached me, I knew her, I was excited about it, and she said, Maxine, can you be part of my bridal team? I said yes. And I'm like, so what can we provide? She's like, oh, don't worry, I'll sew your dress for you. You just have to get your shoe. And like, cool. Just when the days were approaching, hey, you call madam will not pick up. Where are they? We went to the seamstress place to take our measurement and all that. Where are our dresses? Oh, they are sewing it for you. Oh, they are sewing it for you. We're going back and forth like that, and eventually the dresses came. Now, 2 days to the wedding, our Amaria or our Ifro says that she can't take care of our makeup, so we'll have to get somebody to polish our face for us, which was not part of the original arrangement. And then we were service personnel. No, I think we were unemployed. So we're like, no, how are we going to foot for all these costs when normally or ordinarily we didn't contemplate, we asked. So if you are listening to me right now and somebody wants to choose you as a bridesmaid, please ask the necessary questions. What are you getting for us? Or this is how we also want to support you. There should be a support element from whoever wants to be bridesmaid. No two ways about it. There should be some sort of support. But you see, now thanks to Instagram, people want to look a certain way. People want to stretch the whole idea of just following a good friend who is getting married. People want to trend. And so in your desire to trend, and you're trending behind a trend, they are trending on trending. So you have to look the part. Uniform fascinator, gold shoe, if it's strappy, everybody is wearing strap. Tell you that, oh, I have some gold shoe. They say, no, madam, everybody has to wear the same shoe. Oh boy, the money too you don't have. And we have given a lot of people financial burdens just because we want to outstretch this whole bridesmaid thing. For me, one, it is spiritual. These are people that when times get tough, you can call on them and say, Charlie, this marriage is getting difficult. Can we lift up hands and pray? But you choose people as bridesmaid and all they are doing is selfies. Hey, where are the bridesmaids? They are not even helping the bridal party or the bride to even adjust veils and things. People are made of honor and it is all about them. For me, I can sound very primitive, but made of honor duty entails that you serve your bride. You are there for them. You are at their beck and call. Friends who are part of your bridal team do not even call or show up to see, oh, which drinks can we chill, or which favors can we wrap, or what can we do to kind of like lift the whole burden of getting married. Getting married is tiring, it's difficult, it's money consuming. You don't have to add to the wahala of a bride and a groom with your outrageous and expensive bridesmaids outlook. All the bridesmaids duty I have done, I had an honest chat with the people. Why do you want me to be your bridesmaid? What can I offer? Not just my presence in a nice dress, but spiritually, what can I offer? Financially, what can I offer? Emotionally, sometimes your bride is stressed that all they need is, oh, Charlie, be fine. And you are there and it's all about the selfies, it's all about updates, it's all about who is trending, it's all about the number of likes you have liked. Can we stop being selfish as bridesmaids? Can we stop being selfish as maid of honors? Can we serve? It might sound primitive, but can you just go an extra mile? The second baffling thing that really bothers me, that's how come it baffles me, is the whole idea that people want to tag you as evil when you are bridesmaids. Hey, there was this one we did. The woman said we should all get out of the room because Eiii was coming to dress up. And this is our friend. And I'm like, so if the person is spiritually not comfortable with us, why would she even choose us in the first place? I don't know what myths surround the whole idea of being bridesmaid. That's what you are, the potential husband snatcher. That at that point, because you are not married, you are the devil in disguise, coming under the pretense that you are bridesmaid, but within you have evil eyes to come and spoil things. If you are not comfortable, I know people that I have seen their wedding gowns before the big day when I was not even bridesmaid. So what is the point sacking all bridesmaids from the hotel room just because Eiii is coming to dress and some evil eyes must not see Eiii? Brothers and sisters in Christ, this is not funny. I have experienced this once. The woman said, "Mumpie, mumpie. This is not the time." And she was laying emphasis on the fact that we should remove all our stuff from the room, because once I first start dressing, nobody has access to that room. I don't know why when you are maid of honor or bridesmaid, people see you as evil, especially when you don't have a ring on your finger. I don't know why brides would also start behaving some way. I have brides who started behaving some way. I'm like, is it the wedding pressure that has gotten so much to them that now they also want to see you as evil? But you see, how can you settle for somebody? How can you say, I am sure of you? I know the spirit. It's not a Jezebel spirit. Come and be behind me. And then during the day or during the day of your wedding, people from other places can infiltrate your mind with negativity and with wickedness, that you want to tag your childhood friends as being evil and as being the enemies who have been set to come and destroy weddings. Beloved brothers and sisters in Christ, if there is anything you want to see, it should be before the wedding, not during the wedding. And that's how come people will invest prayer. If there is anything you want to cast and bind during the preparation for the wedding, so that God takes care of everything he has to take care of, and not necessarily come and be binding and casting. See, you exercise as a soldier, you train yourself, you get the requisite strengths, you get your ammunitions intact before you go to the battlefield. And I must say, so instead of brides concentrating on decor, makeup and all that, I mean, that is also fantastic. You want to look good on your big day, but if it really matters to you, can you put in a little bit of thought in your selection of who must follow you, and not raise eyebrows on that day about who is following you? Who do you want to follow you for your wedding or at your wedding? What are the points to consider? Is it because you are all of the same height? Is it because we all look good together in pictures? Is it because, okay, I am slim and they are all slim, and so we will fit and will look very good together when the pictures come out? The whole idea, the whole decision of settling, just like you would consider who you want to be at your wedding, can we invest a little time and not allow family members to push us around and help us raise eyebrows against some people? The next thing is that whether we like it or not, people will not be happy for us. There are people who outwardly will be all smiley, but inwardly they are not happy for us. But this is not to say that because of that notion you would want to tag everyone, especially people who come with genuine heart. You will know when people are genuine. And so for me, I am stopping. I have stopped. It's not like I'm stopping. I have stopped this whole bridesmaid business. The last one I did was last year September. That one, I had to negotiate with the bride that this is my last. It is not like I am afraid I won't get married. Married in the February, but it is because it comes with too much stress, and it comes with too much challenges. Sometimes it's even financially burdensome for some of the bridesmaids. Now, I think that the whole bridesmaid's duty and presence have been overrated. the whole rationale behind, just like Jesus will have James, John, and who? Peter, should be the rationale for which you choose your bridesmaids. There should be an inner caucus, people who matter. It doesn't matter if their face is not smooth. Look beyond the physical. Look beyond what looks good in photographs, and let your selection be based on the fact that these are the people I need, period. We'll be right back.
All right, so we're still here. Random Thought with Maxine. Today we're talking about choosing your bridesmaid or your best man. I don't know what you think about this. You can be a part of the whole program by sharing your comment, by sharing what you think about this with us. Either on WhatsApp or under the YouTube video. If you want to share with us on WhatsApp, the number is 0543-829571. 0543-829571. So we're talking about bridesmaids and bestman.
Okay.
What is your experience with this? Do you have a worst time? Do you have a worst experience? Do you have a very bad experience? Or you have a very good one that you will never forget? Share with us, okay? We want to know.
Okay, so talking about you have an experience. So after the church service is over and pictures have been taken, you know how what happens at the reception? Is the showdown in Tokyo. So this is where bridesmaids will display their best dance moves and skills. So there was this one I did. You know that we left Newtown to Kasua from work. I got to Kasua around 11. Just when I got to the place where we were supposed to be lodging, the bride says we are coming to learn choreography. Hey, learn choreography, say. So I was like, oh, I mean, we just came in. There are other girls who had, because we are not familiar with the place, and they were calling the bride to know, so I'm here. Where should I pick another car? The lady says we are coming to do choreography, and that's all the dance that you are supposed to dance at the reception has to be uniform.
Okay.
And I was tired, and they put in the song. Then she was leading us. He said, me call left and I'm a call left. Me call right and right. So just in the midst of doing choreography, I say, hey, must every bride dance? Or must all bridesmaid? And you know, the point is that people are watching a lot of videos.
Yeah. And
they want to replicate.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the bride who is doing the choreography for you is somebody who ordinarily will not dance in church.
Sure.
The person is not the dancing type. The person is not bubbly. But just because you have been watching too many videos, you want to replicate, you want the wedding to be nice. So now they organized us. I say, hey, and that dear. 11 o'clock we were dancing. But you know what saved us? In my head I was praying. I said, God, you know, I'm not comfortable with this, so learning how to dance. And you know, we had to do it in uniformity. So when you do left and somebody goes right, we'll start all over again. We were dancing, going all over again. They say, no, that is not how it is done. You know, you have to perfect it. You know, when you do it and everybody is in unison, it's nice. Then one girl had gotten to one of the places she was supposed to alight. She was picked, her phone was taken off. The girl came to the room not being in the mood to do choreography. And that is what saved us, because then somebody was not in the right state of mind. But should that girl have not, shouldn't he have lost her phone? I am sure that Asa never saw life. And you will dance, you can't dance. And sometimes like a challenge, they will throw a challenge to you and your partners. And that is where you see public display of what? Asabone. Sometimes I cry for the grooms. If you go and get a prayer papa like Alex, who probably is not into dancing, and is more like prayerful, will rather want to compose himself at his wedding. We, these brides and Eiii will be warring these men to dance. And people say, oh, answer, oh, do it first, oh, do it first, oh, do it first. Alex, show them. But I mean, that is not Alex. So it goes down to buttress the next point I want to say. Customize your wedding. Let it be a reflection of who you are. If Alex is not the dancing type, Alex does not want to dance, can we just respect it? If Alex is the dancing type, the wife is not the dancing type, can we just let them be? Don't know, did you dance at your wedding?
I did.
You wanted to dance, right? Or you were forced?
No. I like dancing, so I had to. But I think it was just for some few seconds. I had just what do we had just one bridesmaid,
okay,
bestman.
Okay,
so for us,
no gimmicks.
Yeah. And for him, for Joshua wouldn't
dance at all. He can't be bothered.
Yeah, but he did.
He did. And you see, sometimes the people who are behind you are also forced.
Exactly.
Sometimes you look at their personalities, they are just quiet people. It is just for this maybe best man job that the person has to show up. But ordinarily they are very quiet, laid back people. And society nowadays will put pressure just because the man has to dance to make the choreography nice. Choreography by force. Is it a force?
It's not bound force.
so that is the part. Can we customize our own weddings? Your weddings has to be a reflection of who you are. If you are the dancing type, everybody knows that Maxine or boogie and you boogie. Sometimes even when you are the dancing type, there are some prevailing circumstances you wouldn't. But can we just allow people to be? Can we just allow weddings to be a reflection of who people really are? Sometimes people do things at their weddings and you know that, oh, this one is under duress. They were virtually forced. Brides want their husbands to appear in a certain way, wear certain things, just because it has to complement your bride. But you see, customizing for me is what reflects you. You can customize your wedding financially. What is expensive for somebody is chicken change for somebody.
Sadly.
Okay. What is expensive for another person is change for another person. So just look at what your strength is. If you can provide 10 bottles of canned drinks for each person, that is you. You can. The other person can only provide one canned drink. That is him. That is what they are. I think over the period, weddings have become expensive. I'm not against expensive weddings, but I am against weddings that is a true reflection of who you are. It must reflect who you are. When you wear a gown, somebody sees it. Oh, it is her big day. It is your day. It is your day, but let it reflect you. If you are not the heavy makeup person, don't let any makeup artist come to destroy your face with excess makeup when you know this is not you. If you can't wear eyelashes, don't let somebody talk you into it because it will change your face. Wear it when you are comfortable. Wear it when you know this is what I want. And that is what is making a lot of us invest in the public display rather than the pledge of love. Rather than the pledge of fidelity, rather than the pledge of companion. Weddings are moving from what originally the intent and purpose for which it was established was. Fidelity, true love, compassion. Now weddings have become spectacles. Come and look at things and go and say. Customizing your wedding means let it be a true reflection of who you are. So we all had Kensi 2020. That is a reflection of Despite's son. He's a rich boy's I mean, his dad is rich. And so it's a reflection of it. And for me, no qualms. But you see, people will say, oh, you have to do it because it is your big day. It is your day. It is your day. But enjoy what is right for you. Know what works for you. Know what will make you stay out of debt. People have incurred all the debt because we are sinking. We want to do a public display of what people should come and see and comment. We are losing the original meanings of what weddings are. Weddings are not our sin. They are borrowed, and we are also kind of like, but can we customize it to meet our taste, to meet our personalities, to meet our financial obligations? Can we just not stretch it when we cannot do it? And that's the third thing I want to leave with her. Have you ever invested in something, not even for weddings? Have you settled for maybe a brand of something that you knew, this is not what I should have bought? You think and you know you have regretted. So Maxima was telling me somebody got there and they wanted to buy a MacBook. And we're talking about, okay, so when you buy a MacBook, what happens? I'm like, okay, Apple is a good product, but do you need a MacBook? And we're like, oh, when they get tight a bit, you will sell it. But there's a reason why you want to invest in a MacBook. There should be a reason why you want to invest in your wedding. There should be a reason why you must customize your wedding to meet your personality, to meet your finances, and not to show off. Because what? The problem at the end of the day is that if it's not a reflection of you, if it's not what you intended that it should be, if it's because of societal pressure, you will live to regret. You will live to regret. And that is life for us. Not only weddings, it's even with the decisions we take. If it doesn't reflect who we are, if we live lives that is not within what we can achieve or what we can cater for, it puts stress on us. It's like you earn 100 Ghana cedis and your uncle leaves a Mercedes Benz in your house that he's traveling, so you'll be hitting the engine and you know how to drive, and you decide that, okay, now that my work is, I have a free car and the keys are with me, I would want to drive this car. You are in trouble. So just like you knowing that, no, with my 100 Ghana cedis, I cannot take care of this car. Can you just look at who you are? Can your weddings, and that's all we are saying this morning, let our weddings, our choice of bridesmaids, what we even invest in, be a reflection of who we are. If you have money and you want to spend it, Charlie, spend it, because it's a reflection of who you are. If you are the person who is into buying expensive suits and you can buy it, buy it. If you are into decor and you want that wedding band that when somebody will see there, buy it. But at the end of the day, it must be a reflection of who you are and what you stand for. We'll be right back.
All right, so we're still here. If you're not joining us, we're live on Penny Radio 1 Penny GH on YouTube. It's still Random Thought with Maxine, and today we're talking weddings. You know, this is the part 2 of Monday's program, and you know, Maxine is talking about customizing your wedding. That there's something silly with it. Okay, when we're planning towards our wedding,
okay,
we were saving and we were buying things and we were putting some money together.
Okay, and
for some few months, okay, to our wedding, there was this project that we were working on that we needed to invest money into, and it has gone through approval, and we needed money to start it, else they will have to cancel. And then I went and looked at
the money you have been saving, and
then I called Ikea.
Yes,
okay. So we took everything, and
She wasn't happy.
we are all not happy. And we had to put everything into it.
Also, we are not happy. You are in it together, so you want to be happy. But usually, I think it's the women who are not rational. Like but you see, the guy says that is the women who are rather not rational when it comes to weddings, because it is us who want the big things. It is us who are always on Instagram, and you're like, hey, have you seen this one? Have you seen this ring? Hey, can we do this decor? How about this? Is it always the case?
No, but it's not always.
Okia was reasonable.
Yeah. We had to, and then the only thing is that
may God give us more Okias.
Okay, we wanted to do this way.
Yeah.
Okay, plan change, and sometimes you'll be moving and you'll be thinking. I remember this time that we want to sit in front of our counselor, our mother, and then we. Is everything all right? So, oh yes, we were taking all the smiles, and she saw that massa. So she took us to the Blessed Sacrament, and then we prayed. I think that day we did not do much talking. We prayed, and after that we saw that things started falling into place. That is it. Okay, so the original something, whatever we planned, we didn't get, but we had something that was true, and that is the part people are not honest about. Somebody will think, oh, this is how Dominic planned. But you see, circumstances come and financial obligations sets in, and so you have to sort things out. But the question is that people will say things like, oh, okay, and this is a kind of wedding I have. But you see, when it gets to a point where you cannot afford that dream wedding, can you customize? Sure. Can you adjust? Sure. Can you say that, oh, maybe they're fitting collaborate, this is what I have been dreaming about. That has to be a buffet. So buffet, it's must. Oh God. When we can do maybe another thing that is equally nice, and then somebody will be listening to you and say, because you don't have money, you're talking like this. But you see, I said it, and we'll go back to that. That if you have the means, I am not against expensive wear, not at all. If you have the means and this is how you want to represent yourself at your wedding, just do it. Sure. If you have the means, because usually they are like, oh, the eyes will come upon you, and that after that maybe childbirth will be wahala. But you see, even weddings are reflections of God's goodness. It's not in the things we see, but you see, it's a way we also represent our God, even as children of God. Sure. That but you know that Charlie, these are people who are not having much, but Charlie, everything is on point. You know, it's orderly. It is somewhere. And you know, it is the ambience of even the day that gives you your fulfillment. People do those things, and at the end of the day, you know, like they are not even happy. There are people who do simple. And they are happy, and there are people who do hudios and they are happy. So just between, there's always a balance. If you have what it takes to spend it. All right. So if you have what it takes to spend, go ahead and spend it. Okay. It is not entirely wrong. Okay, having a splash. Okay, wedding, but cut your coat according to your cloth. That's it. So customize. Let it meet your needs. Sure. Let it meet your strengths. And you know that, okay, wait dear. 1 to 5. I had the meeting. Okay, and talking about the bridesmaids and bestmen. Okay. I remember during when we were planning for our wedding, I asked this question: Is it really necessary having a bestman or bridesmaid? Okay, and that was one of the questions that we asked our counselor. Because someone asked that someone actually wanted to be part of our bridal team. And I said our bridal team is myself, my wife, bestman, bridesmaid, our counselor. Even our parents are not. So and the clergy, for the clergy, they must be there. So I told the person, we don't have any bigger team. I have this. So we had to ask our counselor, and said, "Oh, the purpose of getting someone behind you is that the person will support you in prayer.
That's it.
And when things are going bad, when you feel weak, you can fall on the person to pray."
Hey, but the girls nowadays is not when you feel weak. Even the Lord be with you. Like I have emceed weddings.
Yeah.
The Lord be with you. They are seated. They are chewing gum.
Okay.
And I'm like, which spiritual investment are this? Or we are just being too creepy about it. That is it. They are looking for them. They can't even find them. And iPhone is going to fall down. And there's nobody. Then the iPhone will be calling people, "Oh, please, can you hold my bouquet for me? Can you hold the marriage certificate for me?" When your use, it will be said, "What is your use, crap?" But you see, that's it. The whole bridesmaid experience. Forgive me. I have been bridesmaid like 7 or 8. When you meet with other girls and there's no unity of mind and purpose, you will see distractions.
It's true.
Distraction, major and usually there are forms of distraction. Once they come, they are going to see their friends, they are going to talk to somebody, they are going to take pictures. What goes into your choice of a bridesmaid? Maybe you two are like that, so you don't really mind. But for me, I mind. I really mind, because if it is for a dom that I like, oh, my sisters are there, everybody can follow. But you see, there is an original reason for what the duty of a bridesmaid or a maid of honor should, and we have lost that. And we have assigned our own reasons because we are just doing the superficial. But for me, if you ask me, there are some bridesmaids who represent promiscuity, excuse my language. There are those who represent the whole sin of gossiping. There are those who come with their own attitude and pride. And there are those who come with the knowledge and understanding that we are here to spiritually back our sister. Let your bridesmaid fall in the latter category. Let them fall under people that can lift holy hands. I mean, so that your auntie in the house will not say, "Okay, I don't you," because you know what went into your selection. Know what got into the selection before you settle for one. And I must say that.
All right. So, what do you think? What do you think? You can share with us. What do you also think about selecting bridesmaids and bestman?
Do you have a worse experience of being a bridesmaid? Did you beg? And now people are begging. Oh, you have not heard. Oh, can I be part of your bridal team? Can I be part of your bridal team? Why do you want to be part of that bridal team? Is this for the pomp and pageantry? Is it for the show off? Is it for the showcase? Is it men will see and give glory that this is a nice wedding? Why? You that you are lobbying. People lobby for this slot. The people have become enemies with people just because the people didn't choose them. And when your friends do not choose you as bridesmaid, please do not get angry at them. They have their reasons. No, they have their reason. And can we just respect the reason? For all you know, they have their reason. There's another job for you. Sometimes there are people who are bridesmaid and you know that this is good for a protocol team. This would have been difficult. This lady would have been good for MC job. But just because, okay, we want people of the same height, we settle. Meanwhile, the person is probably good for something else. The person would have been probably useful. Are you a useful bridesmaid or a useless one? Are you a useful bestman? But the men too, do they do a lot of the pictures? No, I don't think so. Who will them up a picture?
Some do. But for me, anyway.
But there's this whole swag around the guys nowadays. So they are all in sunglasses. They are all in 3-piece. They are carrying with kente stole on their leg. Hey, what the most skills?
You know one thing. I had a wristwatch. Okay, it was after my wedding that I remember that. Today I didn't put on my wristwatch, and then Joshua was laughing at me. He said, "This thing is always on, and today it happens to be off. It was off for a reason."
Yeah.
And I checked the pictures and I saw that his own was also off.
So you see, it's the same thing.
And I said, okay.
We are in this together.
So during Joshua's wedding, okay,
Joshua got married.
Yeah, we made sure that he had his own.
That is it.
But we embarrassed him with prayer because he decided to choose 3 people. Okay, and all round. But it was as if he was doing the thing alone. Even the day of Joshua's wedding, he had to pick one car to bring some things.
Wow.
Because where the things were, he was the only one who knew the place. So he had to pick the things. And I mentioned it in one of our programs that for Joshua, he is...
You don't have regrets. Joshua, any day, any time.
Yeah. And even his own wedding, he was still working.
Wow. Do you know that after they have paired you with some nice boys, after the session is over, these nice boys will pair with you physically? So I'll share my experience with you.
Oh God. No. Share that one.
So I grow kakra ebedi. Yes, we are just supposed to make the whole picture session nice and all that. Hey, this guy, when couple are taking their pictures, say, sister, meet me the message to come say, hey, your work ended at the church. You won't come and use Bonya to come and be rain and that. And that is the mindset, because they think, okay, because that potential bridesmaid is also single or is not married, it is also, please, people have gotten husbands and wives out of this pairing. But men, can you be a bit discreet? The fact that they are pairing us together, they want to dance a masaboni with you just because they say featuring Dominic and Maxine Flo, because we also have to show them levels. But you see, it is not. I mean, we can't use somebody's reception to promote promiscuity. Hey, who taught you that? It's all spiritual. And that is what people were like. Chino. Hey, I had the you want to take it to promiscuity level? Hey, we are betrayal.
All right. Do you have any experience? Share with us in the comment section. You can also share with us on WhatsApp 0543295571. Okay, so Frank is saying that, would you advise I go for a bridesmaid that will contribute cash, or the one who will come and chop and have fun?
Cash dear,
So Frank, we heard that cash dear, you know, for the cash is good.
Hey, the cash is good, but you do cash and you do prayer. So you do cocktails. Oh, okay, or bibi kakra, or no beton suits, or no beton way. But that is. But the part, Dominic, this part, please, the guys, if you have been made of missing made or groomsmen or groomsman before, please do not take advantage of the whole parent thing. It's not so on. This guy, hey, we are dancing small. This guy is going to the bar. I say, hey, brah, stand here. This is your territory. Where you are going out of bounds, and they think you are some way because probably they've done it for a period, and the girls are really accommodating and receptive. So they are seeing you as some. I say, no, this is work we did. So please, can we also, as even as Christians, you'll be shocked. And these people in the church will lift up holy hands and do worship. Right at the reception, they have turned into a drama. Hey, out.
All right. So please don't take undue advantage.
That is it. Just because we want to make the program nice, but program nice, it's not to promote promiscuity. No, I know that. I beg. If you get somebody who is comfortable, like, they want you to cheat them and sins. I mean, I know there's their language. But see, when you get somebody, and because it's embarrassing that this is how we are going to dance. Then all of a sudden, the person's hand is around your bottom and say, hey, the people are giving you fans.
And when people are around, they think you will know.
But that is it. So please, let's stop. It's unspiritual. Unholy.
All right. So Frank, Sikadia, check the other qualities.
That's
that's important.
Because wedding is Kasem no. It's about Tibom Santi. When you be also cherry or corn, bet me I'm 200. Come and join me. Who come me at all? What I want to join me. Come and join me.
Okay, so wherever you do the watching, wherever you do the listening, you can share yours with us on WhatsApp 0543295571. If you're watching on YouTube, you can share in the comment section as well. So we're still talking about weddings. We're still talking bridesmaids and groomsmen. And it will shock you that people do not even know the whereabouts of their best men and after years of marriage.
I see some of them, as I said, they were rented, hired. So like when you hire a car after using it, and when you take it back to the person. If you rent, once your rent is over or your lease is over, the person can renew, but you don't see them again. But the question is, does it even matter if you see them again? But it matters because these are people who've been part of your journey. I'll share this with you. So sometimes it's like the person asks you whether he wants to be part of your. There are people who are genuinely happy for you, and they think that the best they can do is to be part because they've been with you, they've seen your struggle, they know your difficulties, and you don't choose them, and they are disgruntled. I can understand. So there was this time a friend of mine didn't choose me for her bridesmaid, something made of Anna. And you know how it is when people know you and somebody are really cool, and they kept on hey, as for this wedding, one I'll be made of Anna, as if they know already. So when it comes and you are not, they're kind of surprised. So after so many years, I wasn't chosen, and whoever she thought was ideal and fit, she chose the person. In recent time, we're just talking, so it's like, oh, do you know what happened? The maid of Anna for her wedding and the best man connected. You know how it is. And so there are stories like that. Best man and maid of Anna connects and they get married. There are stories like, so they connected, and I think the best man liked the girl. All of a sudden, the lady was given information that was not false. It was not true. So the best man, knowing the bride, will just, I don't know, so kogehi. So there be all Kumase girls. So then when you compare the stories, you realize that the maid of Anna was just making things up. And then later on, she was telling me about ridiculous things the lady had done. And when the best man found out, she was like, oh, genuinely she liked the girl and Kopeso Warino. Okay. To cut a long story short, says Maxine, and I mean as maid of Anna. But then when I went there, I was a bit jealous. I'm like, you are my friend. This whole boyfriend issue wahala. When you get issues, me and Anemeka, entire dating I won't choose me. And I know you are listening, and sometimes it hurts because you know that you have been with the people and they should choose you. And they choose people because your stomach has become big, and the dressing they are going to dress, you will slay. Can we go beyond just the physical? Maybe the person's stomach is big, or the person is not as shapely as you think would make your bridal party look on top, but just look beyond the externals and choose people because you know that these people matter. When people matter, it's not about the externals, it's about what is within. Can we just go beyond that and choose people beyond what we see?
Sure. All right. So what goes into choosing your bridesmaid? What goes into choosing your best man? What goes into the planning of your wedding? Share with us in the comment section of the video or on WhatsApp 0543829571. All right, and so we will be wrapping up soon.
Alrighty.
So wherever you are, wherever you're doing the listening, if you have any comment that needs to be tackled and you've not sent it, you can send it. If we are not able to read it today, you will read it next time before we do the program. But today is the birthday of Maxine. Oh no, it was yesterday.
Today too we can do it.
Sure. So this is the birthday extension.
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
No.
All right. Okay, so today we're talking weddings.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're talking choosing what do you call okay,
bridesmaid.
so the bridesmaid and the best man. So some people come to show. So they show off men and please.
They show off swag. We work as a swag. They show off nice shoes. Guys who are wearing nice Italian shoes. They show off girls with nice shapes.
Yeah.
And a beautiful skin.
Yeah.
But can we show off things that are more
some
deep, more skin deep?
Okay.
So this is where we draw the curtains on today's show. It's always a pleasure connecting with you. I say, people will say, and it's sounding more cliche, it's your day. But I say it's your day, do it your way. Cultivate the habit of customizing your own wedding. It's your day, but do it your way. How you are comfortable with, what you are comfortable with. If you have what it takes to spend and have a lavish wedding, enjoy. If you are restricted, when your sikasem is low, do what best describes you. There is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with having a lavish wedding, but it has to be a representation of who you are. Give it a deeper thought when you choose people to follow you. Let's go beyond the externals and do deeper thinking of why those people would merit a slot to be called bridesmaid, groomsmen. Let's forgive all those aunties and we who do weird things at weddings and we want to tag us as being evil because we are bridesmaids and maid of honor. And to cut a long story short, can we plan for a wedding that is about commitment, pledge of love, pledge of fidelity, than wasting much time and doing the external just because we want to do a public display of our big day? Thank you so much for always connecting with us. We'll come back, God willing, Monday, and we'll give you a better dose of all that we do on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm out. Bye.
All right. So it has been Random Threaded Magazine. And today we spoke on weddings and choosing your best man or your bridesmaid. So we meet again on Monday. So I want to say a very big thank you and God bless you to all those who tuned in, those who listened on radio, Penny Radio, those who watched us on YouTube. We say God bless you. We want to say a very big thank you to Maxine. After yesterday's party, you still made way too.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so thank you and all the family members and to all of you who always stay with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Penny Radio. So let's meet again on Monday. It is a bye for now. Wow.